And we welcome you back, everybody, to Park City, Utah, the Park City Marriott for Day 2 of the 2015 Big Sky Media Kickoff. I'm John Oglesby, Media Relations Director over football in the Big Sky Conference. We're joined by the head coach of Cal Poly, Tim Walsh. Coach, pleasure to sit down with you.
Well, thank you very much. Good luck to you, too, in your new position.
I appreciate it. Excited to work with you for sure. So last season, you finished the season at a 7-5 record, 5-3 in the conference. What were some of the feelings that you had as play wound down last November?
Well, I think that, number one, I think we were disappointed in our finish. There's no question about it. But we were also very happy that we got ourselves in a position where we had postseason in our sights.
Yeah.
And I think the disappointing part is we went to Idaho State, and Mike Kramer's done a tremendous job up there. And we went up there, and they jumped on us 17-0, and we fought back. And we fought back extremely hard and came up 2 points short. And that was unfortunate. And then the very next week we didn't play well, and Ron Gould and UC Davis's team did. They played extremely well and probably beat us worse than the 5 losses we had. That was the worst loss we had. And that's a lot of credit to UC Davis and what he's trying to accomplish up there. But there's no question that we were disappointed. But I think when you look back at it and you look back at that 5-week run that we had in the middle of the season, where we probably were at that point in time one of the best teams in the country. And unfortunately, we didn't finish it, and that's kind of the motto going into 2015. It's not necessarily how you start, but it's how you finish.
Well, you're starting off on a good area because you're ranked 24th in the country preseason by Athlon Sports. You're ranked, if I look over, 4th in the conference in the coaches poll, 5th in the media poll, just in the Big Sky. What's your thoughts about preseason rankings? Do they mean anything? Is it just kind of a nice courtesy, sign of respect? Is it something you talk to the kids about? How do you view that?
Well, I think there's no question it's respect. But in this conference, those big three are tough to remove from the top of it. It's just the way it is and the way it has been the last, 8, 9, 10 years with Eastern Washington's emergence as a national power. And I think to be in the conversation with those schools probably shows that, people do respect what we're trying to do at Cal Poly. But, again, I think until you can move and bump one of those three out of that top 3 ranking, it's going to be a scramble for that 4th place finish. And anybody can get there. I think last year we proved it by beating Montana and Montana State, but then again, we didn't finish it. So as everybody talks about Missoula and Bozeman and Cheney, but the reality of the situation from top to bottom, this is the best FCS conference in the country.
Yeah, it's interesting. You've been a part of the Big Sky Conference for so long time head coach of Portland State, now the head coach at Cal Poly. How have you seen the conference change in your time?
Well, obviously the addition of the additional schools that we have now in the 13 have just made it a stronger, tougher conference, to be honest with you. And I think that that's number one. But I think that the growth that I've seen in the national picture has been great to see. I do believe, though, that we have one more step. I think we need to have 4 teams in the playoffs every year. And I really thought Idaho State probably should have went last year, to be honest with you. And it's unfortunate they didn't, because those guys that were seniors, that's their last time maybe they'll ever play the game of football. But it's the best conference in the country, top to bottom. I've had the opportunity to see them all and see the growth of this conference, and what Doug's doing with the conference has been, I think, extraordinary as well. I think he has a great vision as far as where he wants to be in football and where we kind of fit in the national picture. And I think it's promoted, and therefore we are in the best conference in FCS football.
Joined by head coach at Cal Poly, Tim Walsh. Coach, what are you most excited about this upcoming fall?
Well, I think we're really fortunate to do what we do. I hate to say it. Everybody that's here this week, and as a football coach or any affiliation you have to college athletics, we're pretty fortunate.
Absolutely.
And Mike Kramer, Jerome, and I always talk about it, is that we're not getting any younger.
Yeah.
But we're still just as excited now as we were 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I think is really the most exciting part about it, is it's a new opportunity for a new team, a new group of guys. Even though we all have a lot of returners, it's the 2015 team. And to see what they're going to accomplish and what stamp that they want to put on their legacy as a football team at Cal Poly, that's what really excites me, to see where our guys are. And I think our guys have a lot of confidence right now, and I think that great things are on the horizon, but you got to go do them. It's great to have the expectation. It's great to have preseason things and all those great accolades, but the bottom line thing is you got to go out and you got to play starting September 5th.
Okay, final question, then we'll let you go. What's your message to your fan base as we get set for fall camp to start in just a couple weeks?
Well, I think that they've seen it. I mean, we are going to be an exciting football team. It's just our excitement stays on the ground a little bit more than it does in the air. We're going to be an exciting football team with, I think, one of the most exciting college football players maybe in the country at any level. I think Chris Brown with the ball in his hands is an exciting young man, and I think that so he's going to put some excitement in our program on the offensive side of the ball. And then I think that true grit mentality on defense, that's who we're going to be. we're going to be tough, we're going to be competitive, and we're going to be in every football game we play. And with our schedule, the first 6 weeks, we're going to find out just how good we are, and I think our fans are going to help us win a couple of those games when we do get home.
All right, that's the head coach of Cal Poly, Tim Walsh. Coach, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
just continuing success, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Appreciate it.
Okay, that's head coach Tim Walsh. We'll be back in just a moment. The 2015 Big Sky Media Kickoff.